Okay, we're all set now for what should be another exciting game. North Texas versus South Dakota, 8th grade. Two very formidable teams going at it. Ball's kicked out. Looks like that's headed out of bounds. If he takes it and fumbles. That ball's still in bounds. So what are they calling? Yeah, South Dakota is smart enough to jump on that. I'm glad they did.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, at least they better be glad they did, because that ball stayed in bounds. All right, we got a matchup. South Dakota, North Texas. North Texas at home in the state of Texas, in Dallas. Good football team. This South Dakota team is good as well, too. And they're in the shotgun, 3 backs in the backfield. They turn and hand it to the tailback. He looks left, comes right. He's got a bunch of yards. About a 6-yard gain there.
6-yard
second
pickup on the play.
and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Miners.
Bring in a little closer. Miners for 3. Oh, they mishandled the snap. It's bouncing all around. They're going to be lucky if they get that back. Looks like they do.
And
but they're going to lose yardage.
On it. Loss of about 4 on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Signal coming in from the sidelines. This is big boy football here. This football, how you're used to seeing it. Signals coming in from the sidelines. Some substitutions. Eighth grade young men getting ready for high school football. I'm sure several of whom will be formidable in their freshman years at their high schools. So you got trips formation, 3-by-1, shotgun, motion across, fly motion across. Looking to hand the ball off. You give it to the up back. Oh, he's got a nice seam. Number 5 got a great seam. He's still going. That is a nice run by the South Dakota running back. That was nice fly motion action. Distract the defense. Pull him one way. They give the ball to the tailback the other way. And he gets a bunch of yards going to his right. First down. They get into North Texas territory. South Dakota does. Ball at the 42-yard line of Texas. Timeout. North Texas. Last game I began to tell a lot of you who are watching about the stealth-rated athlete. That is a athlete assessment process by which about 98% of football players who never get ranked, never get rated, can look to the stealth rating to start that process. If you go to stealthrating.com, you'll see the background behind the stealth rating. You'll know that it's calculated, not speculated. Oftentimes, many of the rating and ranking services are made subjectively, not objectively. This is the nation's only objective rating service. So look towards that, especially as the 8th grade level, you get ready for high school ball. South Dakota returns on offense. They put 2 backs beside the quarterback and a tailback behind him. So 3 backs in the backfield. Ball snapped, given to the right back. He's running backwards.
Number 5,
and that you cannot do against North Texas. They are too good sideline to sideline to be going laterally. You got to attack them straight up. So they're going backwards. South Dakota is. That's not what they want to do. It's going to be a 2nd, and they lost almost 6 yards on that. 2nd and 16. That's not really necessary. All right, fly motion. He comes across. Ball snap. Quarterback's going to roll right a little bit and look left. He's going backwards. Now he goes down as well, too.
Big loss on
North Texas on the sack.
Dropping back to the 36-yard line. Be 3rd down and long.
Third down, and I don't know. You need a passport to convert this 3rd down. That's what you're going to need. They got to go to another country just to get the first down. So South Dakota lined up, getting the signals from the sideline. You're going to have an empty 3-by-2 formation, empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun, gets the snap, looks right, looks left. He's throwing downfield. Nobody there. Thankfully, nobody from either team there.
Falls incomplete.
Could have been intercepted, but no one there. It's going to be 4th down.
Be 4th and long.
4th and forever for South Dakota. They're going to come in and what looks to be a punt team. That's smart. on fourth down. Take no chances. You're gonna need a good snap here. Snap, kick, cover. I remember these special teams. Believe me, the most important thing is the snap, get the kickoff, and mostly coverage. There it is. It's off. There's a sidewinding kind of kick. It may take it's not taking a South Dakota bounce, but that's good enough for South Dakota.
And
North Texas will take possession at their
the
40.
line. First down and 10, North Texas.
We
Headed
are
the other way.
at the beginning of the North Texas South Dakota 8th grade game. 6:54 on the clock in the first quarter. No score yet. We're happy to have you with us. HSPN Sports is behind the live streaming that you're seeing here. KDA Foundation is our 501c3 that underwrites all of this for these athletes and be able to bring you this particular broadcast. We're happy to do it. David Hill here with HSPN Sports, bringing you some play-by-play of this entire 8th grade game between North Texas and South Dakota. This is the first possession for North Texas as they line up on their own 40. They come out in a 3x2 of their own. Quarterback in the gun, halfback to the left, ball snap. They're going to hand over to him. He's got a little seam, breaks a little tackle. Somebody's got some jerseys. This young man's running hard. He did run hard yesterday too. Number 36 carries the ball with a lot of mustard. He was running hard, and it seemed like he got more yards than that, but only a yard. Second down and about 9. Ball at the 41 of North Texas. North Texas in the white jerseys, red pants. South Dakota in those sharp uniforms, gray, trimmed in gold. Black numbers, white helmet. You got a 2x2 formation. Quarterback in the gun. Ball is snapped. Quarterback's loose.
Back to pass. Keeps it around the right side.
He gets a nice sizable gain by keeping the football, running out of bounds.
Watch the gentleman in the green down there, okay?
Is that the guy that came out on the field last game?
No, this is the guy. He's from North Texas. He didn't want to pay a second-time entry fee. He got in my face and said, "You stay the fuck out of my face." He scared us.
small loss.
First quarter
Actually, no
winding
gain on
down,
the
30
play.
seconds left. We've got an 8-0 South Dakota lead on a long run by their running back, number 5. Broke it for about 60. North Texas with the football. Quarter winding down. See if they get this play off before the quarter ends. 2-by-2 formation for North Texas. Shotgun formation. It is a fake, a run to the left by the quarterback, and they cover that well. Not much there. I want to welcome everybody into the broadcast, into the live stream. Big game today. We've got a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas. John Paul II High School is our host. We welcome you. South Dakota 8th grade versus North Texas 8th grade. It's going to be a tight one. Should be a good ball game. South Dakota's jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Touchdown and 2-point conversion is how they got their score, is how they got their points. We're going to change ends of the field as we make our move to the second quarter. North Texas will have the football. They've got a 3rd down and about 9. These are young men that are getting ready now to enter into high school. Several of them look like they're ready to play high school ball right now, and that's a treat for us to be able to see and for you to be able to see this broadcast. 2-by-2 formation, shotgun. Go back to throw. The slant route just over the hands, outstretched hands of number 6, the North Texas receiver. That would have been good for about 7 or 8 yards, and had he broke it, he'd have been still running all the way to Mesquite. Well, folks, get yourselves comfortable. Lock in. You're in for a good ball game today, baby. These two teams are going at it. We've got a 4th down. North Texas looks like they're going to put trips into the boundary. Are they going to stay trips? Trips into the boundary. Single receiver up top. It's going to be likely a punt. No. They're going to. He's going to roll and punt. That's a nice punt, actually. One of our rugby-style kicks. Is going to take a nice North Texas roll all the way back inside the 15-yard line. That's a smart move. Rugby-style kick.
At the 14-yard line.
That's going to count for about 55 yards on the roll. They needed that. That backs South Dakota up. To about the 14-yard line. That's where South Dakota will start. 1st and 10. They come out quick. Shotgun, a little misdirection. Ball's mishandled, but the quarterback falls on it. It's going to be 2nd down. Loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. South Dakota operating in their own area of the field, backed up a little bit. The formation for South Dakota: twins right, single receiver left, wing. Actually, 2 backs in the backfield. One back actually motions out to the right. He's going to swing out to the motion back. 24.
To number 24.
Not much there.
Hadley Wallace with the reception.
We got a 3rd down and 12, maybe 13. Trips into the boundary. We're going to have what looks like an offsides by North Texas. Unless somehow South Dakota moved. They did not. They stayed disciplined, held their ground. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty on North Texas. Move the ball up. Make it a manageable now. 3rd down and about 7. Formation. Looks to be about the same. Trips into the boundary, 3-by-1 formation. Gun back to the left of the quarterback. Expand that out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the action. They halt, they get the signal. Motion by the inside number 3. Oh, he fumbles the ball. Wow, this could be a break for North Texas if they've recovered it. What do we have? What do we have? Are they calling that? Are they calling it a pass? That looked like a handoff to me.
Yes, it did.
Wow, they're calling that incomplete. I'm not sure why. That looked like it was going to be an inside handoff. The motion number 3, they motioned the number 3 receiver across the formation. They're calling that an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th down and long. However you look at it, it will be a change of possession on the 4th down. Ball's punted, fielded, no return. North Texas with good field position. They held, forced South Dakota to punt. The ball will be on the 33-yard line of South Dakota. North Texas getting set to line up on offense, take over on offense. They are down by 8. Second quarter, 8:12 left. Only reason I say that is because one of these fools might shout something out and we're going to pick it up.
That's true.
Yeah, I can feel it coming.
Oh, we're probably already
I can feel it coming.
We're hearing it.
We can hear it anyhow. Right, North Texas double wing formation. They give it off to number 36. This guy runs hard, man. He runs hard, and he's got great balance, too, for a big man.
Near the 25-yard line. He'll spot it at the 27. 2nd down and 5.
Picks up 5 on the run. Nice piece of yardage picking up. It'll give us 2nd down and 5 to North Texas. Play calls coming in. Let's see what North Texas lines up in. They're going to get in a tight formation, double wing formation with a gun. Half back to left. They fake to him. They're going to throw over the top. Oh, it's just over the outstretched arms of the tight end, number 83. They try to pop that to him. They try to give action right and throw back left. Just missed him. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for North Texas. Clock is at 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Second quarter. Double wing formation out of the gun. It is a play action fake to 36. They're going to look to throw deep. Oh man, they got him. They hit him in the end zone. Number 83 comes across the formation. That was a nice throw, nice catch. And North Texas is on the board. 6 points. They'll look to make the 2-point conversion and tie this up. North Texas liable to line up in that double wing formation. And that's what they do out of the gun. Single back. It's going to be handed off to that back. Boy, there's penetration. The ball squirts out. They've got to cover this. Because it's a conversion play, they do cover it. 2-point conversion does not work out for North Texas. They're on the board. It's an 8-6 ball game.
8 minutes left in the first half. Score, South Dakota 8, North Texas 6.
We have an absolutely beautiful day and now turning into the early evening. Shadows starting to come on the field here at John Paul II High School. Lights are on, but we couldn't have asked for a more beautiful day. Great teams. We only have one little scuffle. Meaningless. It was handled. Otherwise, I'm telling you, the kids. I can't say enough about the kids participating in this football tournament. We've had great sportsmanship. Very appreciative of them. Many times prayer at the end of the game, and you can't beat that. All right, North Texas lined up for the kickoff after putting 6 on the board. They're down by 2. Ball is pooched, and it's handled by one of the upbacks for South Dakota, and they also handle him, and there's no real return. Here we go. South Dakota's offense set to come back on the field.
South Dakota will set up first down and 10, ball at the 40-yard line.
It will set up at their own 40. Bring you in on this action. They line up with a quad receiver set to the wide side of the field. The ball's on the left hash, quarterback in the gun. They've got a receiver up top into the boundary. Here we go. They're looking for one of those 4 receivers to the right. They got, they had a man in the seam.
Incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete. All right, 3rd down and about 13 for the Miners. Quad receivers, they just kind of hand the ball off on a kind of a fly sweep. He gets a few yards. It's going to be 4th down. He's brought down inbounds back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10. What will the Miners do here? And they're going to switch out for their punt team. This is going to be a game that's a little bit more strategic and planning, more realistic towards higher levels of football with these types of athletes. This is a well-coached South Dakota team, well-coached North Texas team. North Texas has won youth national championships with the FBU national championship. So this is a well-disciplined football team on both sides. There's going to be a punt. They're going to stay away from it, not bother to field it. South Dakota will down the ball. No return by North Texas. And North Texas will return to offense with the ball on their own 29 is where they're spotted, I believe. Yep, their own 29. They'll start their drive. North Texas with the football, 6:17 left in the half. First half action here between 8th grade South Dakota, 8th grade North Texas, and we have a good one here as we did in the last ball game as well too. That was a really good ball game between 8th grade New Jersey and 8th grade South Dakota, Minnesota. Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping all this straight. All right, here's North Texas out offensively. How will they line up? They got a wing to the right, 3 receivers to the left, and their flag's down. They stop play. They had their formation. They got a substitution issue. They don't have enough players. They're missing a player. Okay. Well, Texas a little disheveled right now. Here you go. They'll lose 5 yards. All right, they got a double wing with 2 split receivers. They bring one of the, and there's more problems over here. They are really out of sorts in terms of formation. They're a substitution issue.
False start. Offense.
False start. Wheels starting to come off in this drive. And they haven't even snapped the ball yet. Here we go. North Texas, unbalanced formation. Double wing. All right, motion, fly motion. All right, they got a speed sweep. Look, 36. Man, boy, 36 runs hard. Boy, I like the way he runs.
36 with the run around the left side. Pick up a few yards on the play.
Those were 2 hard yards. What he might like to do
Second
is
down and
just
18.
put the foot in the ground and turn upfield, get his shoulder square, and he'll be more of a formidable force. But as it is, he runs hard as heck. Love the way he runs. All right, in come a couple substitutes for North Texas. They got some yards to make up. It's second down, about 17. Ball on the 21, their own 21. Shotgun formation. He's putting number 36 where he needs him. The quarterback is. He's going out to that wing. No one in the backfield. Oh boy, there's just more flags. This is an offensive series that needs to start all over again, as it's been disastrous for North Texas. Another 5 yards lost. Second down, about 20. And rightfully so. Timeout. Timeout, North Texas. That's a good idea. Get it together, talk it over, get yourself correct. See this beautiful sun setting on the other side of the field with the lights on. This is when football is at its finest. You know, with the lights on, and we've got a nice crowd. The South Dakota folks travel well. I'll show you their stands here. Okay, that's the Minor Nation across the way. Of course, North Texas is well represented, being right here in the area. And teams are getting ready to break out of that timeout, get back to the field, get back to action. Now, North Texas has stubbed both its toes on this offensive series with multiple mistakes, substitution mistakes, illegal procedure mistakes, etc. So let's see if they can't get this thing correct coming out of a timeout. Shotgun formation. All right, drop back. He's looking to throw right. It's a nice throw. Oh, boy, right off the fingertips.
Throws his receiver. That'll fall incomplete. Intended for number 2.
Texas will line right back up again. Formation is a little tough to figure out, but they'll liable have 2 split receivers. Number 21 heading into the ball game, bringing the play in to the quarterback, number 1. We definitely thank you and welcome. You're watching a great game. 8-6. South Dakota over North Texas. 2 split receivers. Single back in the backfield, shotgun formation. The ball is snapped low, and South Dakota's in there. Although they do not make the tackle, and he throws to get out of trouble. Will he be given that as an incompletion? Now, South Dakota had him wrapped up. The quarterback did a good job of getting out of that and throwing the ball away. Now, the official's going to get together to decide whether or not that's grounding. If it's grounding, that could be a problem. You got a safety. Here's the problem: that he was in the grass, spun out of that. He was in the end zone when he threw that, which is considered grounding, which is a dead ball, which ends up being a safety. That you don't see every day. That's amazing. However, that is the right call, I think. I say I think because I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, folks. And if you have, you tell me. They called safety. Now, I might think that maybe intentional grounding, loss of downs, and then Texas turns the ball over and loss of downs. Okay, let me see what the heck's going on here. And they're calling it a safety because they're going to have to get into a kickoff here after a safety. This is a kickoff after a safety, which can be punted. I'm not sure that's correct. However, it's what it is, and that being the case, that's going to give South Dakota 2 more points. So we got a 10-6 ball game. North Texas is going to have to kick this ball. They can kick it off of a tee if they care to, or they can free kick it and punt it. And it looks like the kicker's elected. He threw that tee right back to the sideline. That was funny. He's going to elect to kick the ball, free kick this one, and he does. And it's a nice and decent punt. And that's, let me tell you something. That's a kickoff. So that if the ball stays in bounds and North Texas does recover it, that's their football. But they don't, and the ball's out of bounds. Like a kickoff, that's a penalty. Now, does North Dakota or South Dakota elect to have the ball kicked again? They can, which I would. It's exactly what they're going to do. So therefore, North Texas is going to back up again, which is going to cause better field position, if not a good return by the South Dakota team on the ball going out of bounds on the free kick. So free kick, they line up again. Ball is that ball is punted. Although somebody's going to have to field that sucker. He should have caught it, and he didn't. There's a lot of uncertainty on what to do on that particular type of play, Brandon. But it turns out in South Dakota's favor. They get excellent field position out of this debacle, which was a debacle for North Texas. No way to call that any other thing but a debacle. So here now, South Dakota has great field position. They picked up 2 points on the safety. They get the ball back in great field position. Ball snapped. They got cross buck action by the 2 backs. They hand it off. That back runs inside, runs hard, picks up yards. Looks to be down to about the 21. They picked up a yard. No, picked up 9. I'm sorry. Picked up 9 yards. Second and short. We got a player that might be injured.
You want to turn the quality up for this game so they can see a little better?
It's not too good. Yeah, we can't have. I'll do it at halftime.
If you have.
I haven't gotten any notification. North Texas line back up. The injured player is off. They got 2 backs in the backfield. Slot receiver to the right. And he's looking right. Oh, they got through. North Texas got through number 86 and just plants the quarterback. He didn't have a chance to set his feet, eyes, or anything. All he had a chance to do was duck his head, and he did a good job of that. 3rd down and about 7. They'll lose 5 on that. It's a big blitz by North Texas. 3rd at about 6, maybe 7. Ball at the 27. Shotgun. It either got movement I saw movement by South Dakota, but then again North Texas was off. They're going to call offsides on North Texas. They're going to get that 5 yards right back to them. There's a little bit of undisciplinedness on the part of North Texas right now that's really hurting them. And they got to be careful. South Dakota is a very disciplined football team. They forced that offsides. Trips to the right. Single receiver up top. Shotgun. Back to the left of the quarterback. 3rd and 2. He's looking right. He's going to hand off, kind of a draw. That draw didn't work very well because there were North Texas players in the backfield. They could have snapped. They looked like they were trying to hand the ball off to North Texas. That's how quick they were in the backfield. It's going to be 4th down and 5. We're yo-yoing back and forth like an Otis elevator over here, Sean. I don't know what to say. Trips. Right. Single receiver up top. Quarterback drops back, looks, he looks to throw the screen. He hits a man over the middle.
Right side,
They're going to have a first down.
and they will get the first down.
They brought a receiver all the way across. He was a single receiver up at the top of the formation into the boundary. He came across as the quarterback retreated. He waited long enough to find him and dumped it off to him coming across the formation. It's a nice execution. First down, South Dakota. 2:58 left in the second quarter. Miners with the football. Handoff to number 5. He's the one that had a long touchdown run to open the game and put the Miners on top. Anything that this Miner football team wants to do running the football laterally is difficult on the pursuit. The North Texas defenders pursue like madmen. So if you're going lateral, that might cause problems for the South Dakota team. But when they hit it in between the tackles, that's where they have better execution. Better success there. Anyhow, South Dakota breaks the huddle, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. He's looking left. Flags. We got an illegal procedure.
False start on the offense.
Offense is going back. I told you, Sean, it's like a up and down, like the Otis elevators at the hotel. Back and forth. Get 5, lose 5. Get 10, lose 10. But these are young players. They're learning to play with discipline. It doesn't always come out perfect. All right, trips right. Single receiver to the left. Single back to the left of the quarterback. Shotgun snap. Quarterback's looking. He better get rid of it because there's heat. He gets out of it, and he gets tripped up by that defender. Nothing called. They lose a chunk of yardage.
4th down and long.
He doesn't have a lot of time to throw the ball if that's what they're going to do. Big loss there. That is going to back up all the way to the 33 timeout. North Texas, 127 left in the half. We have a score of 10-6. South Dakota on top. South Dakota had about a 60-yard touchdown run. Here's how they scored. 60-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion. Took it to 8-0. Then you had North Texas answer, going down the field and eventually throwing a touchdown pass. And they went, they got 6. That made it 8-6. The 2-point conversion failed. Then coming back, North Texas with the football. Very strange play. There was a grasp of the quarterback. Then all of a sudden the quarterback threw the ball out of the end zone on 4th down, I believe. And it was considered intentional grounding, which caused a safety. And that's how North Texas, or South Dakota, picked up their 2 points to make it 10-6. So this is interesting. Low-scoring football game. Great defense. The coach from North Texas has some kind of issue with one of the officials. He's out on the field. But he's all right. He's under control. Quad receivers to the boundary. Ball's on the right hash. Nobody in the backfield for South Dakota. Shotgun. They're going to throw it. Looks like a double pass. They got a guy open deep. He could not gather himself to haul that in. It was not a perfect pass. He got behind the defense, and had he been able to straighten himself out, they would have had a nice trick play for a touchdown. That would have been tough on North Texas. But this North Texas team is explosive. And didn't come back from any amount of depth. Looks like South Dakota is going to try to pooch this and kick this. Now let me look for a fake. Try to pin these guys. They won't try to field this at all. It takes a nice little North Texas roll or South Dakota roll. And that's going to be inside, I know inside the 10. Possibly inside the 7-yard line.
North Texas will set up.
That was effective. That was effective.
1:10 left to play in the first half.
Beautiful night here tonight in Dallas with the shadows, and the lights are on now, and we've got a nice field here. John Paul II High School have been great hosts to us, provided great facilities for us, concessions, you name it. Although the concessions I see are now closed, so we're on our own, Brandon.
Yes,
Got to
we
hold
are.
up until dinner time, man. I don't want to hear it. Okay, we've got what? Timeout? Timeout, South Dakota. You want to be sure, hey, you don't want to mess up here if you're North Texas, South Dakota. You're thinking, hey, how can we take advantage of this opportunity? We pin them down into the back, very, very deep in their own territory. 1:10 left. Both sides want to be careful or opportunistic if they can be, because it's too close of a ball game to do something silly here. Zero in on that North Texas huddle. As they prepare to go on offense, they've got the ball at their own 7, so they're backed up. We welcome you to our live stream broadcast. David Hill here with HSPN Sports, trying to bring you as much color and play-by-play as possible. There's a lot here to talk about. There's a lot here to comment on. So glad you're with us. This competitive 8th grade game, a lot of good football players on the field right now for both teams. Now, North Texas spreads out. 2-by-2 formation. Single back in the backfield to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Ball snapped cleanly. They give it to number 36. It's probably a smart thing. Boy, is he up the field quick. Goodness, every time he gets the football, he has a burst in him like no one else I've seen on the football field for either team.
That'll be a first down, North Texas.
And yet I don't think he's had but about maybe 3 or 4 carries, and he would be my bell cow. I'm going to tell you that right now. He'd be going until he stepped on his tongue, because he runs hard. Same formation, spread. Okay, fake to 36. One has the football. The quarterback does. He's got a lot of room to run.
And he will run out of bounds.
Excellent run. Excellent choice. They get themselves out of trouble. They keep themselves from being backed up. 43.5 seconds left. He gets out of bounds. Smart play. There's just good smart play on the part of both teams here. Even though I said earlier there have been mistakes. These are young players, but boy, they do make some heads-up plays too. North Texas on the move up to the 38-yard line with another first down. 2-by-2 formation. Got to stay still, fellas. Another handoff to 36, inside handoff. All they can do with 36, they grab his jersey, he runs right through it. Whatever happened to the tearaway jerseys? What happened to those? If he had a tearaway jersey, all they'd have is cloth in their hands. I used to love tearaway jerseys. They were sweet. I don't get that anymore.
And he will spike it to stop the clock.
18.9 seconds left. I don't know that there's going to be much here that North Texas wants to do. They'll talk about it here. They'll talk about it, and they'll get a play, get a strategy together. They are near midfield, and not really in Hail Mary territory. Not sure what kind of arm number 1 has, but they have an opportunity for a couple of plays with 18.9 seconds left, depending on what they decide to do with it. Now, South Dakota has defenders deep in the event that they want to throw the ball deep. Is a 2-by-2 formation. They're going to throw it up. Kind of a lollipop there.
Number 1 with the throw. That ball is incomplete. Intended for number 21. Bring up a 4th down and 4.
You can see here where South Dakota's not taking any chances, throwing 2 guys deep. North Texas lines up in the spread, 2-by-2, single back. Number 36, along with the quarterback, number 1. Ball snap clean. They're going to look to throw it probably deep.
One drops back to pass.
He's trying to find somebody deep. It's a punt, essentially, and it's knocked down.
Nearly intercepted.
6 seconds left.
So South Dakota will take possession at North Texas, 46-yard line. 6 seconds remaining to play in the first half.
Let's keep this angle wide. I think what we're going to see here, and we have a timeout, South Dakota.
Timeout, South Dakota.
I think they'd like to discuss it based on where they are field position-wise. Quarterback has a decent arm. They might as well take a shot at the end zone. They've got nothing to lose by doing that. We've got 6 seconds left before the half is over. A 10-6 ball game. 10-6 South Dakota leads North Texas. North Texas has a history to it. They've been successful at the youth level in major tournaments across the country. They put a little fear in you because that you look out there and they've got some athletes now. They got some players out there. However, South Dakota not intimidated. They came out here firing on all cylinders. Well-oiled machine. The South Dakota minor football team. They have played together for quite a while, so they know what they're doing. They're going to send trips out to the right, single receiver up top. 6 seconds left. This may be the last play of the half. I'm going to let you see it from a wide angle. They throw it up for grabs.
The pass is intercepted.
Off to the left side.
And
number 36
to play.
right now is my choice for player of the game. He just made the interception.
One more.
North Texas has got a chance to possess that football, and they'll get a chance to try something of their own. I had said earlier that Miami, the Dolphins, beat the Patriots today on a last play of the game. Several laterals. It was crazy. And they got into the end zone with what? I think it was 5 seconds left when they snapped that ball. 5 seconds left in the game, Brandon, and Miami pulled it off. So don't ever count it out. You got a timeout. South Dakota timeout. Okay. They want to talk it over. From this vantage point, you'll be able to see just where South Dakota is going to line up. I guarantee you they're going to have 2 safeties deep, if not 3. North Texas talking it over with their coaches. South Dakota talking it over with their coaches. South Dakota comes out of their timeout first on the field with their defense. And as you can see, they're lining up, I'm not surprised, 3 deep safeties. You can see there just beyond the 50, 1 each third of the field likely, a middle safety, and 2 deep corners, and then they'll have guys backed up underneath. Make it real difficult for the quarterback to have any success throwing the ball, obviously throwing the ball deep. He can have the underneath stuff all he wants to. There are enough guys back there to make a tackle. 2-by-2 formation. Quarter is over. They hand it off to number 36. They better corral him because he's been hurting people.
45. Now to end our first half of play.
That will end the first half. That was entertaining. A little back and forth. That will finish the first half. The South Dakota Miners 10, North Texas 6, and they'll discuss what they're going to do at halftime. We'll be back with you in just about 5 minutes.
So it's 5 o'clock. So we're half behind the full half.
Mm-hmm. Knew it was coming.
Yeah, I know. What we got in these championships?
Well, I hope everybody is back from whatever sandwich you had, chicken fingers, popcorn, whatever you have. We're back in the second half. We're ready for a good one. South Dakota will kick it off. North Texas fields it over his head, but he's got it. Shifts, shuffles, and moves and picks up a few. Nice return up to the 25, maybe the 26. Everybody get on back here. You want to miss this broadcast. North Texas.
5-yard line, first down and 10.
The officials are huddling up. I don't know where to spot the ball, but I'm thinking it's the 25. North Texas will have the football to start the second half here, down 10-6. We're just underway from Dallas, Texas, John Paul II High School. I see everybody coming back. Appreciate you being with us. HSPN Sports bringing you this live broadcast of this great 8th grade contest. North Texas lines up. Double receivers to the right. A handoff to number 36. He loves running wide and then cutting up. They've got him under control.
And he'll be
For
met at
now.
the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a little bit of a loss.
Small gain on the play.
Oh, my bad. Actually, a small gain. About 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Second down and about 8 to go.
They send a receiver to the other side to give a doubles look. Well, actually, a 3-by-1 look. Ball snap. Quarterback looking for someone. He's going to be in trouble here. They got him sacked. That's a big loss. You got to either get rid of that football or take off and run. One of the two. Can't do that. Get you in where you can see. All right.
Timeout. North Texas.
We got a timeout here. I want to welcome you back to the second half of the North Texas, South Dakota 8th grade football game. This is Championship Sunday here at the Hall of Fame All-Star Canton Classic Tournament. Been here in Dallas, had a great time in Dallas. Been here since, last Wednesday, I think it was. The tournament ran from the 7th through the 9th, and now we're going to be looking at championship games. You're looking at one of them here, the 8th grade South Dakota versus 8th grade North Texas. North Texas backed up. Long 3rd down and about 17. Ball snap, shotgun. Rolling right, looking for somebody. They're at his feet. He's got to get rid of this. He might have somebody. It's overthrown. It's going to be 4th down here with North Texas backed up.
4th down and
I think
long.
they have much choice other than to punt the ball. With the ball resting at the 13-yard line, I would suspect that North Texas will punt this away. However this shapes up, South Dakota might have pretty decent field position. Both returners lined up just past the 40 of North Texas. Ball is punted, and it's rolling. You get a decent roll out of that. That's favorable to North Texas. Ball's going to be dead at the 48-yard line of
South Dakota will
North
take possession,
Texas.
First down and 10.
We've got whistles. Something being discussed penalty-wise, possibly. If it's roughing the kicker, that's going to be a first down for North Texas. And here goes the march off. It's an automatic first down, should be, but they're marching the yardage off. It's going to be a first down for North Texas. That's a break. One of the first few mistakes that South Dakota has made. That's kind of a big one. It gives North Texas a whole new set of downs and some breathing room outside out to the 28-yard line. Snap, ball given to the halfback. He's got a few
up the
yards that he
middle.
makes. Right up the middle.
Gain of 2 on the play. bringing
2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
North Texas looking to get aligned here. You're missing a guy, and he's coming in late. Number 17 comes in late to line up as a tight end. Quarterback in the gun. He's got a back behind him. Ball snap kind of low. Oh, there's nobody there to hand the ball off to. And South Dakota, there's a flag thrown. We'll have to see what happens here. Did he grab the face mask?
Face mask.
Personal foul, face mask
Face
on
mask.
South Dakota. This is
On the
mistake
defense.
number 2. It's going to move the ball further. So 2 big personal foul penalties on South Dakota has helped North Texas out of a hole. And they look a little distracted on offense as it is. They haven't really mounted anything here in this second half possession. And they come out in a double wing, shotgun formation, single back behind the quarterback. Ball snap cleanly. They are having all kinds of difficulty
He will throw it
getting
away.
lined up and finding and running the play as it's intended to be. The quarterback is looking to hand the ball off, and the running back does not know which side to line up on, and they've almost fouled that up twice. So they've got to get their act together here, as they've been given a gift by South Dakota on the 2 personal fouls. It's going to be 2nd down and long. That was kind of a heads-up play by the quarterback to deliver that ball away from any of the South Dakota defenders and not to lose more yardage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 46, 7:16 left in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time. 3rd quarter, ball snap low, handed off to number 2. There's a lot of South Dakota penetration. That's going to stop the momentum of number 2. They're going to get him for a loss of about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 12. This is a very disjointed offensive series for North Texas. They're going to come back to the huddle. Play comes in. Number 1 huddles them up. Maybe this is better for communication all the way across. With this 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 44-yard line of North Texas. Double wing formation. Gun. Halfback to the left. Snap is good. It's a fake to the halfback. He's going to throw out to the right side in the flats. Young man makes a nice catch. One-handed catch. Looked like number 83. Doesn't get them much. Brings it to 4th down and about 9. Ball just over the 45 to 47-yard line. Still in North Texas territory. Substitutions coming in for North Texas. Their formation is going to change a little bit here. They got to hurry here. They've got guys going in and out. 4th down. Shotgun formation. The back is situated just behind the quarterback, in front of the quarterback. I'm sorry. And they're going to punt the ball here. It's probably a smart move. I'm going to watch that ball be held and handled by South Dakota. They've got a little bit of return on, but they've got him wrestled out of bounds.
Brought out of bounds here at the 30-yard line.
Can we help you?
Oh, my dad's coming.
Hello.
Can we help you? Okay, North Texas punted. South Dakota has the football.
And up the middle.
All right. A middle run. Yeah, slight gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards for South Dakota. They'll look to kind of run the ball here, kind of reestablish themselves. South Dakota back to the line of scrimmage. They got double receivers up top, single receiver here at the bottom of the formation. Little slight fullback motion. Hand off to the tailback. They just absolutely stalemated him. May have lost a yard or 2.
Be 3rd down and about 6 to go.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6 for South Dakota on their own 35. They're just looking to kind of just eat up some yards and eat up some time, I think. Nothing fancy. All right, these quarterbacks rolling out, looking inside. That looks to be caught if he didn't catch it off the carpet. Did they give him the catch or no?
And it will
They
be
gave him
a
the catch?
completion.
They did. They gave him the catch. We don't have the luxury of instant replay here, so once they call it, that's it.
1st down.
South Dakota quick to line up. Shotgun snap, ball thrown over. It's the same play. Now that is not a
Incomplete
catch. That's
pass.
incomplete.
That'll be
Second down and 10.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Same exact play. South Dakota will get lined up quick on you, so North Texas has to be ready. They're into the boundary. They're on the right hash. They will stay probably in the same formation with twin receivers to the right into the boundary, a single receiver to the wide side of the field, a tight pistol formation, fullback up, tailback behind the quarterback. Slight motion by the fullback, ball given to the tailback. He's
Get out
running
to one
hard,
side.
running through. They're trying to pull that ball out. North Texas is.
He'll
They
make
do
his
not.
way near the 50-yard line.
3rd down at about 7. Oh, a gain of 7.
3rd down.
And that's
and
going to be
4.
4 yards to go for the 1st down. Trying to
Third
get
down
over
and 40 on the
midfield,
49
South
yard
Dakota. I'd like to convert this.
And
Ball
up the
snap.
middle.
They're just trying to bull rush their way to the 1st down, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. 4th down and about 2, and watch for them to look to line up quickly. Actually, they're looking back at their offensive coordinator to get the signal. They'll be in some kind of power formation likely and try to pick up this 1st down
42,
here.
South Dakota.
This would be huge. 2:33 left in the 3rd quarter. They send a receiver wide, 2 wide receivers. They leave 3 backs in the backfield, split backs along with this short pistol formation by the quarterback. They look back, they can't get it right. Okay, they're going to have to take a timeout.
Timeout, South
Sort of
Dakota.
a big down for the timeout. South Dakota. Just about ready to come out of this timeout. South Dakota really wants to be prepared coming out of this timeout. They should be. It's a 4th short. This is a critical down. 4th and short, looking to convert here. They put 3 backs in the backfield, a short pistol formation, tailback behind the quarterback. They pause for a second to regain the signal. Snap. Ball's given to the halfback. He's not going to make it. When they go laterally, that just does not work against North Texas. Again, I've said it before, they go straight ahead.
North Texas 1st down and 10.
So North Texas does a
46
good
yard
job of holding and they'll get the ball, and they'll get the ball in great field position. This has to be a significant drive for North Texas and get off to a good start here in the second half. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Still a 10-6 ball game from the first half. No one scored here in the second half yet. The Miners in control and ahead 10-6. All right, North Texas to the line. They bring kind of a double wing, 2 wide out, single back, gun formation. They hand off to number 36. He's working his way to the right, trying to turn it up.
Side. Stop for a loss in the play. Clock will continue to run.
He's going to lose a yard there.
Loss of 1.
Second and 11.
Second down and 11.
North Texas gets lined up again. They'll probably keep that same formation. 2 wide outs, 2 wings, single back, shotgun, ball snap. They're going to hand it to 36 again. He makes a cut. Gets upfield. That's when he's at his best. When he makes one cut and gets upfield, that's when he's at his best.
Bring up 3rd down and 8.
Move this up. They got essentially 2 opportunities to convert on 3rd down here. They'll likely do the same on 4th down if they don't get this here. Clock winding down here in the third quarter, 1:10. Out comes North Texas. Formation likely to be the same. They got 2 wings. They're kind of in the slot, kind of a 2x2, hybrid 2x2. Shotgun formation back to the right, ball snapped. Fake to 36. There's a lot of noise with that quarter. He gets out of it though. I'll give it. And he makes the throw, the catch, number 6,
just across the 40-yard line.
If depending on where they spot this, he ought to have a first down. And he doesn't. Shot. Sign of a bad spot. North Texas will line up 4th down and about 2. Night starts to come in. Nightfall is headed here. They're going to line up quick. Tight formation. Power formation. Snap to the quarterback. They give it to 36. That's the right guy. And he splits it. Oh, and boy, if it weren't for an arm tackle, that son of a gun would be gone and in the end zone. He knew it. He knew he could have been, but he got tripped up. Arm tackle. Fortunate enough for South Dakota. And that's going to end the quarter with North Texas having converted on that 4th down, and they have a drive mounting. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter, the final quarter of what is an outstanding ball game. 10-6, South Dakota over North Texas. You guys would be surprised how much this picks up. I mean, nose hairs move. I could hear it. I kid you not. But it's cool. It'll be all right. Here we are to start the 4th quarter. 36 gets the ball again. They're content on giving him the football because that ball squirts out. Picked up by number 83. They've got his shirt, his pants, everything's coming off.
And they will finally bring him down near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull his shirt together and his pants together.
Pick up the fumble.
My goodness. That was a heads-up play, though, by number 83, because the ball did squirt out. North Texas lines up again, tight formation, double wing. Don't be surprised 36 doesn't get it in. He does.
36 on the left side.
Excuse me.
And he will be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, and we do have a flag on the play.
See what the flag is. Now looks like it's going to come back. That's going to be against North Texas something. Personal foul, North Texas. Yeah, that's a big one. That one's going to hurt. Back to the 25.
15-yard personal foul. First down, 13.
Ball's handed off to 36. He's been the workhorse on this drive.
Move the chains. They need to correct the chains.
Okay, was it second? What do we got here? I'm trying to figure out what is.
It should be
the deal
second
here.
down and 10. They moved the chains.
Yeah. Replay first down. Not start the first down over.
There you go. North Texas in this double wing, gun formation. 36 to the left. Okay, they zone read it, fake it to him. One's got a long ways to go before he can run away from anybody, and he's not going
Tackled
to.
in the backfield for a loss. Near the 25-yard line. They will spot it at the 27. Brings up third down and 12.
Defensive signal is in. It's third down and 12 for Texas Red. South Dakota pursues the ball hard, too. There's not much going on when you try to get outside. Double wing formation again for North Texas. Ball snap, 36, giving it to him. He makes a cut, he twists.
And he'll be brought down just over the original line of scrimmage, fourth down and 10.
Excuse me. It's going to be fourth down and 10. You got to dial something up here. We're in the fourth quarter, 7:24 left. There's been no score here in the second half by either team. 10-6, South Dakota leads North Texas.
And we have an
Officials timeout. For an injury.
And we've got an injury on the South Dakota sideline.
While this timeout is going, a couple things we'd love to tell you about. HSPN Sports is happy to bring you this contest, and also by virtue of the fact that the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation has underwritten this entire broadcast, so they are responsible for bringing you this, which is great. They have other platforms all dedicated to educational pursuit, and we'll talk more about that once we get into another break. The North Texas team is back out here, and I don't want you to miss any action. Double wing, number 36 to the left of the quarterback. It's a critical down. It's fourth down, 10. Quarterback steps back. He's going to look to throw. He looks for 83. He does not throw it to 83. He gets away from the traffic.
Around the right side.
And there's nothing else left. He won't.
There'll be a turnover on downs. South Dakota will
South
take
Dakota's
possession,
jacked
first down
up.
and
They
10,
get the turnover.
their own 25-yard line.
It looked like North Texas had something going there on that drive until the personal foul. Those kinds of things will absolutely kill you. Just absolutely kill you, those kind of mental mistakes. So that really hurts Texas. 6:56 left in the fourth quarter. 10-6, South Dakota. They'll take over after a turnover on downs. They'll come out offensively with trips. They'll motion the inside receiver across the formation to doubles. He'll look to throw over the top.
Looking to pass.
Oh, he,
Nearly intercepted.
good Lord, that was almost intercepted. The ball
Bring up
floated up there for just a little
Second down
while.
and 10.
South Dakota looking to knock the hit the knockout blow with that one if they could have hit that. But that was almost a disaster. So it was almost intercepted. They're going to come out. South Dakota going to come out with 4 receivers, quads, to the right, single receiver up top. Nobody in the backfield. Whistle blown dead. Timeout, North Texas. Be careful not to eliminate themselves with these timeouts. They're down to 1, and being behind, and it'd be in the 4th quarter. They're going to need them. Get back to a couple of the things that talking about the educational platforms that kdafoundation.org actually supports athletes in their endeavor to pursue college and careers. One of the things that I want you to take a look at when you get the chance, go to ptrgacademy.com. Take a look at the online Playing the Recruiting Game Academy, all the lessons that you could possibly want to learn in terms of what it is and what it takes to be formidable in the recruiting process. It's a real big help to you. It's an online course, much like you would take at a college anywhere. So that's the ptrgacademy.com, ptrgacademy.com. Take a look at that, one of the educational platforms that KDA provides. Okay, South Dakota out of the timeout, or North Texas out of the timeout. Quad receivers to the wide side of the field. See, nobody in the backfield. And Texas moves, but they're back. They did not snap the ball. North Dakota snaps it, looking to pass. Here comes a rush. Holy mackerel, if that had been completed over the middle, he'd have still been running.
Fastball's incomplete.
He'd have ran right to DFW.
Pass intended for number 8.
But it's incomplete. We've got 3rd down and 10. A lot of heat on the quarterback at that time by North Texas. And forced him to throw just a little bit earlier than he wanted to. He had a receiver crossing across the formation. Had he hit them, he'd still be running now. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. South Dakota waits the signal from the sidelines. They bring trips to the open field. Single receiver up top, 1 back in the backfield to help protect. They're going to throw to the single receiver side with nothing there. It's a great open field tackle by that corner for North Texas.
And he'll be tackled for a loss. Bring up 4th down and 15. Ball on the 20-yard line.
And that's guess who? Number 36 again. He's all over the place. That was a great play out there for a tackle for loss. 4th down and long, and here comes the punting unit for South Dakota. Now, what North Texas should do and would like to do is get a good return here and get good field position. They've got a single returner back. Ball is off. No penalties. They kick it away from the single returner. It's going to blow. It's blowing back towards. You might want to pick it up, South Dakota. There you go. It's going to be dead inside of the 50.
Down it. It'll be North Texas 1st down and 10 at South Dakota's 49-yard line.
So North Texas cannot complain about the field position that they've had. They've got an opportunity. Ball sitting inside of the 50 on the North Dakota side of the stripe. 6:22 left. It's not now or never, but this is a good opportunity for North Texas if they can mount a drive. South Dakota's defense has been outstanding most of the game, particularly on the perimeter itself. They've been hard to run on the outside, but in between the tackles, North Texas has had success. They've got a big offensive front. They're going to line up. That formation does not look right. I'm telling you that right now. Yep, it's a substitution penalty. Can't have 12 and break the huddle and send them out. You can't do that. So now you got a 2nd and 15, North Texas. They go back to their side of the field, back to the 45. It's a whole lot of looking over to the sideline, and there's no one. Seems a little out of control. And looking for a player who had his helmet off. He's now in the ball game. They're going up to the line of scrimmage. Right, somewhat of a double wing formation. Although they're going to throw out of that, they're looking to throw it deep. Oh, they've got a guy open. Number 83 has caught
Number
everything.
83 with the reception.
Nice
Will
catch.
dive out across the 40.
Wow,
Further
for
into
everything
South Dakota territory.
that seemed to be, which is completely confusing. They execute that play. They get the catch, although I think this is coming back for some reason. An eligible man downfield. Looks like. All right. So this is just North Texas continuing to bump its head. You got a run formation. The offensive linemen need to hold their water a little bit before they threw the ball, but there was some hesitation as it was by the quarterback, and they had that penalty. So here we go. Run formation, double wing, shotgun, a handoff to 36. He's trying to find somebody. Oh, he breaks free. He breaks through. He's going down the sideline.
36 down the right side. He's still on his feet.
Still on his feet. They haven't tackled him yet, and they may not get to him.
At the 14-yard line. So in red zone territory in South Dakota.
That's a big run. He was bound to break one.
1st and 10, North Texas.
He was seeping through on most carries, and that time he broke a big one. North Texas needed that one. They'll have that ball down on the 12. Looks like they give it to him again. He cuts. He's a load to handle, man. If it's one guy that's trying to bring him down, that's not going to happen. They're going to have to gang tackle him. Another big run, 2nd down. He picks up about 5. Second and 5.
Down and 5.
Then get a 1st down without scoring. 5:54 left on the clock. 5:54 left in the game. 83 comes back in the ball game. They're going to line up in a double wing. Shotgun. Low snap. They get it to 36. Wow.
Be brought down.
There's some folks waiting there for him.
Inside the 5-yard line, and we have a flag on the play.
If we have a personal foul here, that's going to be really, really devastating if it's on North Texas. And they're looking like their heads are down. I don't know what the problem is. See if we see a signal. What was that? Double. Oh, we got offsetting personal fouls on either side. That'll bring it to 3rd down and about 1. Ball on about the 4-yard line for North Texas. We're in a double wing. Shotgun, 36 to spins. Plows ahead. Does he have the 1st down? That's the question. I don't think so. It's 4th down. Or 4th. No. It's 1st down. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. I'm sorry. 1st and goal.
Texas from about the 2-yard line.
Now, everybody's getting fired up here. Now, North Texas jumps up. They get to the line of scrimmage quickly. And you're going to see a dose of 36. I'd be surprised if you see anything less than that. He goes to the right side of the quarterback, double wing. Got a fullback in front of him. Ball snapped, clean. Ball. Oh, there's flags. Probably offsides defense. Yeah, okay. Offsides defense. Going to move the ball a little closer to the goal line. North Texas Crime is going to stay right with their bread and butter, which has been their running back, 36. He's not going anywhere. He's right there, right at the goal line. There's some shuffling in and out. You got to be careful with all that and make sure the guys line up where they're supposed to line up. They're set, double wing, ball snap, goes 36, 36 goes wide, but he's across.
Touchdown.
He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get in the end zone, that's for sure. That is a Texas touchdown, 10-6. That's going to put it 12-10, looking for the 2-point conversion out of this. 12-10 North Texas. All right, here comes the North Texas offense. Tight formation, tight wing. Gun, here comes 36 downhill. The head of steam. They're not going to stop that. They're not going to stop. With that head of steam, there's no chance whatsoever. Number 36 accounts for the touchdown and the two-point conversion and the Texas lead, 14-10. 3:58 left in the ball game. This should add up to a dramatic finish because there's plenty of time for South Dakota with the football. North Texas is going to have to play defense, obviously, but doggone, there's enough time in this ball game to make it very dramatic, make a very dramatic ending. This is exciting. We got 2 exciting ball games in a row, fellas. There's no going to sleep now, right? You guys are wide awake now, right, Sean?
Awake.
Right, Brent? That's what I thought.
Keep us on edge. Come down to the wire.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I got to be careful that I don't fall over backwards.
Wouldn't want that happening.
Sean, you better be careful too. You're back in that seat. I'd hate to lose you. If you fall back, I'm going to lose it. All right, give you a wide view of this. You'll see the setup, the kickoff setup, the return setup. North Texas got the momentum, 14-10. They lead this ball game. South Dakota, however, getting the football back with 3:58. Here we go. Ball's teed up. It's kicked. It's pooched. It's got to be fielded, and it is.
And South Dakota will receive it and fall on it. We have a flag on the play.
The official's call here, and we thought a flag down. And they're gonna march this thing off. What are we doing here? Maybe an offsides on the kickoff team. Or have they marked this off yet? Have they marked this off yet? They have. Ball's going to be at the 48. South Dakota with the football. They got twin receivers to the near side of the field. Single receiver up top. Ball handed off to the tailback. He rushes for about 5, 6, maybe 7.
Gain of about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 just across the 50 into North Texas territory.
South Dakota lines up again. They got to get a guy off the field. What is that? What is the call here? North Texas has to take a timeout to get the personnel right. They're out. I think they're out of timeouts.
Yes.
Are they? Yeah, they're out of timeouts. I don't know how they let that happen. Let's change this camera angle so you don't miss a thing. Okay. Here comes North Dakota, or South Dakota. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 up, 1 behind the quarterback. He shuffles to the left side. The ball is, the ball's on the carpet! Oh my goodness gracious, this has happened to South Dakota on a couple of occasions. They've gotten it back, but this one they lose. This is a bad timing for South Dakota. Do they get it back? Did they get it back? What do we have here? Oh, my goodness, I think they. I don't get it. I saw a Texas defender on the ball. He must have got overzealous, didn't possess it. It's going to be 3rd down for South Dakota. They got that ball back. I don't know how they got that back. They were fortunate.
We've got an official timeout on the field. And we will roll it. 3rd down and 8 from the 50.
Expand this a little bit, give you a wider view of what's going to happen. 2 receivers to the boundary, single receiver up top, shotgun, ball handed off.
Left
He's going sideways, left side. He's going to be cut down
he will be
before the first down.
Inbounds.
Now a fourth down and
Fourth
short.
down,
This is
about
a
2
money down
yards.
here for South Dakota. They got to convert, or they will turn the ball back over to North Texas. This is a money down here. South Dakota brings in an offensive lineman, another offensive
Wallace
lineman
on the last
either
carry.
coming out or
Bring up 4th and
receivers
short.
coming out. So they may be in a power formation. They may be looking to hand that ball off and pick it up running it. 2:08 left in the game. Getting down to some serious crunch time. Things are getting crucial here. The formation for South Dakota puts 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback's going to go under center, and the flag comes out.
We have a flag on
They're
the
gonna have
play.
to, they might have to delay a game. There's no reason for that.
So they'll move back 5.
There's no reason for
down and
that.
8.
South Dakota, delay of game, crucial time for that. Have that moves that ball 5 yards back on a 4th down. Now it makes it 4th and 6. It's just a little bit too much shuffling in and out. All right, here we go. Formation for South Dakota. 2 receivers to the right, doubles. Shotgun. He's going to have to throw it. He's looking to throw it deep.
Looking
There's
to pass.
nobody there.
He will overthrow his
He
receiver.
overthrows that ball. That's going to be a
That'll be a
turnover on downs.
North
The
Texas
last
ball
2 or 3 plays for South
at their
Dakota
own 49-yard line.
seem very, very, very disorganized. That's not unlike them. They have been very solid all game long. They seem to not be really on the same page when it came to the last 2 or 3 plays of that drive.
1:21 remaining.
North
in the
Texas
game.
takes over. Can North Texas, and they have done it,
Dakota has 2 timeouts.
and they run the
remaining.
football and run the clock out here. I would think that's what they'd look to do. You would look for a heavy, heavy dose of number 36 because he's in the ball game. He's the one that's run the hardest, been the most difficult player to stop in the entire ball game. And here it goes. North Texas lines up in that wing formation with the kahunas in front of number 36. I guarantee you he's going to get the football over and over. And unless he fumbles, all right, he
36
spins,
with the
cuts,
ball.
and works his way around. And the game
Brought down near the
is not as
50-yard
important
line.
as possession,
We've got
staying
timeout.
in bounds.
South Dakota.
South Dakota has a couple timeouts. They're down to 1 timeout now. So 1:14 left on the clock. 1 timeout left. You can bet North Texas is going to run the football. Number 36 is limping a little bit. This is not the time for him to come limping out of the game, but he is. He may or may not be able to return. He's got his helmet off. He's on the ground, grabbing at his knee, I suspect. It could be a little bruise or something. Who knows? They're going to go back out without him. We'll have to look to see if that's a factor in North Texas's ability to run the ball and run this clock out. With 1 timeout left for South Dakota, that's all they got. The key here for North Texas is to possess the ball, stay in bounds, let the clock run, get that timeout called by South Dakota. Here we go. Ball's handed off
Upright side,
sideways, number 2. Now,
We've got a flag
here's
on
what
the
you're going to
play.
have. Because they grabbed him around the neck and everybody's trying to get away from that. That's going to be a horse collar call. That's going to be critical. Face mask, actually, against South Dakota.
Face mask against South Dakota.
Now, here's what's significant about that, folks. Listen to this. Number 36 is a big back. He's a lot taller than the kid that just carried the ball. So what happens is South Dakota has been tackling kind of high because they had to deal with number 36.
Be a
Number 2 comes in the
15-yard
game.
penalty.
He's a lot smaller, and these guys are reaching, and when
And
they
we
reach, they
will
grab the
roll
face
clock.
mask. So it really messed things up for South Dakota. That's a problem. 1:02, 1 minute left. Clock is running. They got a timeout left.
and
I don't
10.
know what they're saving it for, but yeah, they got to. I would think they've got to call it.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout, South Dakota. That's it for
will
South
use
Dakota.
their last timeout in the game.
And that should be the ball game.
Should. Could be. North Texas comes over to their sideline to huddle up. I'm sure it's very simple instructions. Number 1, hold on to the football. Number 2, stay in bounds. I don't care about the yardage. That should be the instruction. The instruction for South Dakota, strip the football. You're going to have to get that football back. You need to strip that football because well, basically you could take a knee here. Let's see if they do that. You don't even have to hand the ball up, but you're going to have to get the ball off. All right, guys.
We'll take a knee.
Easy, easy.
I
There's
will
a run the clock.
continue to
That's probably
run.
going to be it.
Bring up
Barring
second down.
some goofball experiment here. Second down. Clock is running. 39 seconds. They'll have to run another play here. And the worry wart to me is like I look at this and think, okay, they got to snap the ball shotgun. If they go under center, they're not used to doing that. They did it. That's it. That's the last snap.
And
that
will
was
be
ball
our
game,
ball
man.
game.
That was a heck of a ball game, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Some of the viewers that we had, we appreciate you coming in and looking at this. You got a treat today. North Texas pulls it off. They come from behind. They only score the second
Exciting
half.
ball game.
Puts them ahead and
And that
helps
will
them
be
win the
it
football
to our
game.
8th grade
14
division,
to
North
10
Texas versus
over
South
a
Dakota.
very formidable South Dakota
North
football
Texas
team.
prevails,
Nothing
14 to
whatsoever
10.
to be ashamed of if you're South Dakota.
We
Excellent
want to
ball
thank
game,
all of our
guys.
fans and parents for joining us, as well as our viewers on our live broadcast, hspnsports.com.